Hey everyone, it's Matt here from Muzik Speaks, and today I'm lucky to be speaking with Chris Bourne. So, how are you?
All good, man. All good. Chilling in the rain in Southend.
And so, what's new with you at the moment?
Um, well, I'm just about to drop some new music. I've got a really cool old school throwback cover, which is going to come out really soon. I'm
Nice.
shooting a music video for it this weekend. Um, I'm going back out to the States on July 5th. I'm there for a month and a half,
Nice.
just finishing everything I've been working on for the past year.
Awesome.
It's crazy. I mean, I really do have so many songs. I've been writing my ass off, and it's crazy to me to think that I've only released one song in the past year.
Yeah.
But this is the beginning of something where I'm about to drop some serious tunage. So I hope people dig it. It's hard. I mean, I was at a crossroads for a while where I was writing all these songs, and I write songs every day,
Mm.
and I was at a point where naturally the songs that come more naturally to me that I want to write are like quirkier, pop, upbeat songs.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had all these songs, and I started working with other producers, and I started doing more serious stuff, which I still loved, but it wasn't really true to me.
Hmm.
And I've just been collecting and writing and recording so many songs over the last 12 months that I'm finally at a point where I'm just like, I was worried about if I was going to release something that was too pop, if I was going to release something too mature. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I'm an independent artist and I'm not signed, so I don't have any obligations or affiliations to labels. So
So
I'm
you
just
just do
like,
all the fun things
why
you want.
yeah, exactly. So why should I conform and try and be exactly what labels are doing when I don't
Nice.
already have a label? So I finally had this realization that I can just drop whatever kind of music I want to drop. And as an artist, I'm writing and recording all this stuff. So it's art, and who cares if it's different?
Yeah, yeah. That's really cool. So can I ask what made it the right time to leave Hollywood Ending? Like, what were you? Yeah, what kind of made you venture out on your own?
I don't think, I don't think there was ever a point where I was like, oh, it's time to leave. I think that it was just hard for me to be in America in a band, and
Hmm.
we were an independent band again, and I was over there, and I didn't have a phone. I was living on, not really too much money,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was just grinding. And you're away from home, and I couldn't really speak to my parents. I lost touch with my parents a lot, and
Ah, so it's
there were
like,
a lot of opportunities over here.
yeah, yeah.
Writing with Busted and McBusted, and it just seemed like a right move. And we all just kind of wanted to do our own thing anyway. Cameron went his own thing and did college, and Tyler and Dan jamming. They're doing their own band, Bad Feelings. And
Yeah.
I'm going to go see them next week. So when I fly out, I'm going to be staying with them at the Trap House. And Cameron's
Cool.
actually going to be in Hollywood too. So we're all going to have a little reunion and chill out. We're all super
That's
tight
awesome.
still. I think everyone assumed that we had this argument, but it was actually a friendship.
It's not always about that, is it? Sometimes you're just in different places, I guess, and yeah, cool. So obviously you recently dropped music from the '80s, which we featured on our blog a couple of weeks ago. But are there any plans for an EP, an album, anything? What's the plans?
Again, I mean,
Shut
I
my
don't think
window.
I don't think labels even really know what to do in terms of how to package and release music anymore. I think if you release an album, it's 10 solid songs of content out. But I think right now, from my perspective, it's just about releasing music as
Hmm.
singles over time, and then eventually put it out as a package with additional songs and
Yeah.
create like an EP album type of thing. I think it's more important about letting people digest your songs
Hmm.
easier than just throwing 10 songs at people.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Mhm.
that's a cool idea. Yeah, I think but I think a lot of people are starting to kind of think maybe the album things. Yeah, but that's cool. Awesome. So what are some of the best things that have come out of doing music things for you so far?
Dude, I mean, I was at a crossroads. I mean, I always find myself at these at these crossroads, but I almost gave up on music. When I left my band and I
Mm.
came back home, I almost just kind of packed it all in and when I got a job. And I went and spoke. When you get a haircut and your
Mm.
hairdresser becomes your like therapist. I've got this dope hairdresser called Paul. We go surfing together and stuff. And I just spoke to him about it, and he kind of convinced. He just said, "Dude, like I've got a job in the city, and personally, I didn't enjoy it, and I didn't think you'd enjoy it." And I
Mm.
was like, if I gave this up, why would I do that?
Mm.
So, I kept going, and like I said, I'm working with my producer Jarvis. He was one of my favorite bands growing up.
Mhm.
So it's a dream come true. I just toured with Follow the Buster tour, and I was hanging out on the Wheatus tour bus the entire time. So
Nice.
Wheatus is another huge inspiration of mine, and Brendan, let me crash in his bus, and we went round and played each other's songs. It's dope
Awesome.
just to be able to hang out with people that 10 years ago I was just loving that shit and still
Yeah.
loving it. So it's
Awesome.
kind of it's a bit of a trip. It's dope.
Nice. So has anything scary ever happened to you while you've been on tour or gigging or anything? If so, what?
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff's happened to me. I can't. I went to I probably shouldn't say this, so don't include this one. There's There's been times, when we've been driving. Like I said, we're an independent band, Hollywood Ending, and we tour all over the US. And we did like 10 US tours, and we tour in a transit van and trailer through the middle of winter for 2 months straight. And you'd be driving through the night in a blizzard. You'd see trucks on the side of the road just on fire. You can't do anything about it. You're driving on 5 inches of like ice, and it's just crazy stuff. You go around America and you live by yourself in a van for 2 years with your bandmates, and the experiences are. I don't think you can experience anything else like it, But it's definitely opened me up for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Parties and stuff,
So, have you got any disgusting habits?
Dude, I think my worst habits are, especially if I'm on the road, it's very, if you're touring, unless if you're playing these venues or you got nice hotels for like, showers and stuff, it's actually hard to stay clean.
Yeah.
But you can get on the road, you can get baby wipes and those alcohol fluids. You can clean yourself and with dry shampoo. Yeah, and deodorant, but I tend to wear the same trousers quite a lot. I change my underwear. So, yeah, but I tend to just, on the bus tour, I think I wore the same trousers every day.
Fair play.
Without being watched. Yeah.
So what's your usual process for writing and recording, and like where do you get inspiration from, and all of that?
It varies. I still get a lot. I mainly used to get inspiration from like movies, actually. Cool. I'm not sure if that's from what James used to get a lot of inspiration from movies too, and he'd kind of teach me about taking concepts and writing about concepts. But the song I wrote for 5 Seconds of Summer, Daylight, that was inspired by a movie. It was inspired by that. There's a movie with Jennifer. It's called Jennifer's Body with Megan Fox.
Oh yeah.
And she's like a demon vampire chick, and she goes around killing people in like a very seductive way.
Yeah.
And the song's about that, basically. I was just like, if Megan Fox came up to me in a dark alley and was like, I'm going to kill you, I'd be like, all right, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, what really grinds your gears?
What pisses me off?
Yeah.
Mate, I'm actually quite an easygoing person, I think. Not a lot of stuff pisses me off.
That's good.
I think people posting all this stuff on Facebook about politics grinds my gears.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. But,
is there anything other than music you're really passionate about?
Dude, I really love surfing. I love the beach. I love everything about just going out in the water. And I think surfing is kind of like a meditation. And when you're away and you can go surfing in Malibu in California, which I'm really looking forward to. But I think it's important to have a lot of time to yourself, and just to figure out what you really want to do with your life. I think it's unfortunate a lot of people, want to do like a lot of things in their lives, but just don't have the resources to do it. And I think it's a real shame. So I know exactly what I want to do in my life, and I've been fighting for the past 5 years to do it, and I'm still doing it, and I'm still on the road to getting where I want to be. So
awesome.
It's just about following what you want to do.
Nice. Can you remember the first song you've ever performed live?
The first song I ever performed live.
Do you know what it was?
On a stage.
Yeah.
One of my songs, or just on a stage?
Just on a stage.
I played with Wheatus when I was 14.
Nice.
In London, they have this song called BMX Bandits, which is dope, and it's one of my favorite songs. And Brendan was staying at my house for a little bit, and he was playing that song, and he showed me how to play it. And then I went to the London show, and he was just like, "Oh, we're going to invite you on stage and come play the song." And I had no idea, and I just went up on stage and just played the song. That's amazing.
That's awesome. What a cool thing to do.
Yeah, so that was the first time I was on stage.
Nice. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in life in general?
Oh, man. When I was like 12, 13, I was in school, and I was in one of those relationships when you're 12 and 13 where you go and hold hands with girls and just walk around the playground together. And we broke up. I broke up with her, and I said I was just an idiot young kid, and she hit me in the face. And I basically kind of broke my nose in front of the whole school, and my nose was bleeding. Like, for days, it wouldn't stop bleeding. It was the most embarrassing, but it was actually really funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but I look back and I can't help but crack up. And
That is quite funny.
Yeah, I told my friends about it. It was literally in front of the whole school. It was like she was crying, and she was she was on the field, and I went and penetrated this bubble to say sorry, and get punched in the face.
Oh, that's funny.
Her dad was a boxer, so.
Fair play, so she had a good right hook. What music have you been listening to most recently?
Dude, funny enough, it sounds cliche, but I've just been listening to a bunch of 80s music.
Nice.
So I made a
80s
playlist
is
on
definitely
Spotify.
coming back these days, isn't it?
Oh, I think so. But listening to a lot of Hall & Oates, a lot of Starship. I think Waiting for a Star to Start Fall is a dope jam. Love Shack, B-52s.
Nice.
The Bangles, like Walk Like an Egyptian, all those songs.
Cool.
There's something about them where it's like, going back to just putting out music you want to put out. I think, like I said, with labels, there's a lot of thing going on. You have to, what's current on the radio? What are all the producers making stuff sound like at the moment? And yeah, I totally respect everything that's out at the moment, but if you don't have the resources to get on the radio, why are you trying to converge to be like a radio song? So
yeah.
I'm just trying to make music that I really enjoy, and I hope that people will enjoy it too. So I'm just trying to listen to some alternate stuff at the moment.
Awesome. And what's the best advice you've ever been given?
The best advice I've ever been given?
Yeah.
So my brother Nick just walked in. Remember Nick?
I remember Nick. How's it going, Nick?
Got Matt Wright on Skype, Nicky B.
Hello, Matt. Oh,
Matt Wright's doing an interview for a blog that he does now.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. How's it going? How's it going?
Yeah, what blog you doing?
Just a music blog.
Huh?
A music blog.
Oh.
Like
How's it
featured
going?
different artists and done some interviews with people like Zebrahead and I can't remember, various different people. And yeah, spoke to Amanda and she's hit me up with Chris. So yeah, awesome.
Dude, I saw Zebrahead. I met them in Japan.
Oh really?
Yeah.
They're awesome guys. They're such legends.
Yeah, they got wicked songs.
I remember I met them in Vegas randomly.
What, Zebrahead?
Yeah.
How do you know it was them?
I was in the Rio Hotel in Vegas, and I come out of a nightclub in the hotel, and there's probably about 1,000 blackjack tables in there, and I've gone up to the one where there's like a few people on it. That was them.
They're such awesome guys. So yeah, sorry. Anyway, best advice you've ever been given. If you can think of it.
Best advice I've ever been given. Write and record your own songs.
Fair play. Good one. Awesome. I often play a game of Would You Rather with people. Are you up for that, or would you rather leave it?
Would I rather?
Would you rather? Do you know the game Would You Rather?
And get the drift.
So it's basically you get two options, and you have to say which one you'd rather.
Let's go.
Okay, cool. I'll start you off on the tame ones. So would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
Third arm for sure. Wait. Third eye like a psychic third eye?
No, like a third eye in the middle of your head.
Okay, third arm.
Be super strong or super fast?
Super fast.
Go through life unable to ask any questions or unable to answer any questions?
Oh. Ask.
Okay. And would you rather live in a Disney universe or a Looney Tunes universe?
Looney Tunes.
I thought you'd say that. Okay, awkward ones. Would you rather always speak your mind or never speak again?
Speak my mind.
Listen to Gangnam Style or Harlem Shake for the rest of your life?
Ooh, Gangnam Style.
Yeah, good choice. And last one for this one: have your thoughts broadcast so everyone knows what you're thinking all of the time, or never be allowed to wear clothes again, but you can keep your thoughts to yourself?
I'd be naked.
All right, WTF. So what the fuck? Would you rather make out with a horse or suck a cow's udder?
I don't know. Well, at least if I suck a cow's udder, I can get a drink.
Good point. Eat a live slug or drink a pint of gone off milk?
Live slug, for sure.
And last one, would you rather use sandpaper for toilet paper or vinegar for eye drops?
Ah, sandpaper.
Suppose it's a deep clean.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to say a massive thanks to Chris for taking the time to come to talk to us today. Good luck with the cover that you're releasing. Do you know when you're going to release it, or not yet?
I'm shooting a video for it this week, so literally as soon as I can turn it around and get it all online and get the artwork, I'm done. So hopefully within in a month or so.
Wicked. And obviously, yeah, like we're based down in Brighton, so it'd be great if you get a chance to come gig down in Brighton or something. That'd be awesome.
Dude, for sure. I love the venue, the Haunt. I really love
Yeah,
playing
it's such
there.
a good venue, isn't it?
I went there, yeah. I went there once and they did like an 80s nightclub. It was like an 80s night.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good night. But yeah.
Awesome.
So
Well,
one
good
day,
luck with
man,
it
I'll be
all.
back down.
All
All
right,
right, man.
cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Thanks.
She don't care. She only jams to music from the